It's a 400th Chelsea appearance for Dennis Wise in a season which began with his testimonial match and still offers him a 4th appearance in the FA Cup final and maybe a place in England's Euro 2000 squad. On the darker side, he was sent off against today's opponents Liverpool at Anfield in October. Well, after his dissatisfaction with Monday's performance at Old Trafford, Gianluca Vialli makes 6 changes again today. Desai and Babayaro return to the defence. Di Matteo, Morris and Harley to midfield. George Weah is back from international duty up front. As for the other travellers, Poyet is on the bench, but Deschamps, Flo and Petrescu are not involved. That draw on Good Friday in the Merseyside derby extended Liverpool's run to 13 unbeaten in the Premiership. Gerard Houllier was going to bring in Vladimir Smicer on the right side today, but the Czech went home sick from Liverpool's London headquarters last night, so Danny Murphy is in the starting lineup. On the bench, Robbie Fowler, still in Kevin Keegan's thoughts. He was very much involved in this fixture last season in that disagreement with Chelsea's Graham Lasso, whose own recovery from an ankle injury is progressing. And talking of absentees, Chelsea coach Graham Rix is in the stand today, I'm told, and will soon resume his position on the bench after his illness. In the meantime, Ray Wilkins continues alongside Vialli. Graham Barber is today's referee, and it's the familiar colours, Chelsea blue and Liverpool red. And a vital match in a sense for both teams, but especially for Chelsea. Here's Di Matteo. The talk here is of not wanting to leave it until cup final day to know whether they'll play in Europe next season. That's on by Zola, and even if Chelsea didn't win the FA Cup and didn't finish in the first 4, they would then perhaps have to enter the Intertoto competition to get European football. Emil Heskey underneath this with Desai. That's Melchior, the Dutchman at right back. Heskey up front with Owen for Liverpool. This is Hamann, who played in midweek as a German international against Switzerland, or part of the game anyway. Here he is. And this is Heskey with Desai. It's a free kick for offside. Frank Leboeuf to Babayaro. And now Wise. Melchior. Desai's pass, looking for Weah. Well, that fell nicely for Di Matteo, or he won it rather well. And George Weah, and Chelsea take the lead. And we're only 2 minutes into the match. And already George Weah, from very good play by Di Matteo, 2 of the men who didn't play on Monday, combined to put Chelsea in front. What a start. Weah, who's made quite an impression since he came on loan from Milan, but this is about Di Matteo winning it and sliding it through just onside Weah. It was close, but he was okay, and he steered that beyond Westerveld. This is the way to beat the best defence in the Premiership, it would seem. Catch them square. And certainly in doing that, Weah showed all his aplomb. Former World Footballer of the Year, just knew exactly where the goal was. Matteo. This is Berger. Oh, well, somebody must have made a good call there. Probably the goalkeeper. Away by Ancho. Morris. Babayaro. Harley. Zola running up front, so too is Weah. And George Weah's in again. Westervelt this time just gets something behind it. It's close. That's a little late on Patrick Berger. Now here's the second chance for George Weah. It's delivered by Harley, this pass. He gets in again behind the defender and for a moment looked favourite. Westervelt did well. That's all a bit of a tangle there. Emil Heskey is the man who's gone down after a challenge between Melchiot and also Desai. It's Melchiot, really, whose arm accidentally, I think, catches Heskey in the face. Sami Hyypiä is up from the back on the far side. Carragher is in there as well. Oh, and De Hoy! Well, did he have the post covered? It went straight through, I think, from Murphy. Well, nobody touched it, did they? It's a good turn by Jody Morris, but he then got caught by the second man, and that's Berger, and that's Desai with the interception. Di Matteo looking for Zola. It's very quick out there. This is George Weah from Wise, and now it's Zola, and Di Matteo's in the centre, so is Weah here. It can go on to Di Matteo! 2-0 Chelsea! Oh, they're in form today. 13 minutes gone. And Chelsea are 2 goals up. And they made light there of the Liverpool defence. Roberto Di Matteo, who made the first goal, scores the second. George Weah here really returning the compliment. It was his awareness. He plays the first ball to the right. Zola's there, back into Weah. He knows where Di Matteo is, and that's a good finish as well. It's Chelsea 2, Liverpool 0. And George Weah here has figured prominently in both goals. This is Matteo now for Liverpool. Well, it's a while since Liverpool were 2 down. And on a ground which hasn't been very lucky for them over the last few years. They've got a lot of work to do here today. And Hyypiä threads it forward. Leboeuf is covering. Berger's in there, and it's gone past the goalkeeper, but it's a foul. Owen is protesting, but in fact referee Barber has given a foul on the goalkeeper. I think by Berger. Liverpool were looking there for the early reply. Patrick Berger is at the heart of this incident. Frank Leboeuf is waiting here for De Hoy. Berger's foot, well, he could argue he went for the ball there. And Leboeuf, well, they did actually stop the ball going over the line, but the outcome of all this is that a free kick has been given against Berger for lifting his foot in the direction of De Hoy, who then actually pulled him down. So probably Owen was appealing for a penalty, in fairness to Liverpool, and it's an incident that will take a little bit of working out. Desai deflected that. This is Heskey. This is Owen. Oh, a bit of a mix-up in the Chelsea penalty area until Leboeuf sorted it out with a brilliant ball out. That's to Weah. Zola's gone left. Di Matteo here is right, and Chelsea are away again. The other two are in the centre waiting now. That's Di Matteo! And Westervelt reacting to what he didn't expect, which was a ball that would have gone into the net rather than a cross. I'm not so sure that Di Matteo meant this. He may have done. but certainly the goalkeeper turned it over. It's a corner to Chelsea. Which Wise goes across for, and he's plenty to aim at in the middle here. Desai's up with the goalkeeper. That's going to be a free kick to Liverpool. Well, this was a Di Matteo side footer, which I think was meant as a cross, but it involved Westerveld in quite an about turn. Well, Phil Thompson's entitled to look a little shaken here, because the Liverpool defence certainly has been. Morris. That's an injury there. The challenge was by Dietmar Hamann on Di Matteo, and in fact players got on with Hamann here. Liverpool have got 3 in the area, and I don't think Chelsea were really concentrating there. Babayaro gets the ball away despite appeals for hands, which Murphy's sure about, but the referee isn't. And Di Matteo has got up on the near side, but he's hobbling. And then there's a foul, well, Murphy on Babayaro, but Murphy is angry because he thinks there was a handball back in the Chelsea penalty area. Liverpool have made their protest quite strongly to Graham Barber, and if there was, it was against Babayaro, there. Hamann. Well, somebody made the point that Chelsea were jaded because they played so many more matches this season than Liverpool. It's looked absolutely the reverse in the first half here. Chelsea, fresh as daisies, and what a performance by George Weah, an encyclopedia of football skills in that first period, scoring the first goal from a pass by Di Matteo and then making the second for that same man. Liverpool had a poor performance here last season, and they're not doing any better so far today. 30 years to the day, April the 29th, 1970, that Chelsea first won the FA Cup. It was in a replay at Old Trafford against Leeds, and one of the heroes then, Peter Osgood, still works here on a match day as one of the corporate hosts. Gustavo Poyet, who played for Uruguay against Paraguay in the World Cup in midweek, is on for the second half in place of Celestine Babayaro. And one would assume from that John Harley will now play at left-back with Poyet in front of him. When they start to write the modern history of Chelsea, a lot will be said about this season, but one thinks that possibly last season was their real chance of the actual title. They only lost 3 games, remember, Chelsea, and they also lost Kazaragi and Laudrup for different reasons in the early part of the season. Had one of those strikers stayed, who knows what might have happened. Redknapp. Murphy. Heskey goes past Leboeuf, takes on Harley. Good play by Heskey, but not a good cross. He might get a second chance here, goes down. Not given. No penalty given. And nobody appealed really very much on the Liverpool side either. Here's George Weah at the other end. Both centre-backs occupied here. And he's flicked it into Zola. Look at the back heel, back to Weah. And it's going to come to Gus Poyet. Well, one moment Heskey was down in the Chelsea penalty area. The next moment there was nearly a goal at the other end. Redknapp. Hyypiä. Redknapp's pass. Carragher. Murphy's got the better of Harley here. Not a bad cross. Heskey coming in. And Zola tricking his way from Carragher. There are 5 Chelsea players up in this attack, and Gianfranco Zola's gone alone. There are 4 now coming in from the far side. It's a goal kick in the end. Zola can't believe it. What about the Heskey incident at the other end? Well, Heskey actually challenged John Harley there, then he brushed against the knee of Marcel Desailly. That's not, for me, anywhere near a penalty. Camera. Promising run, Berger finds Heskey. That's a fair tackle by Desailly, and Heskey's gone down again, to the annoyance of the Chelsea supporters. I think he might be injured this time. Here's Melchiot for Chelsea, though. Wise. Chelsea have got 3 at the back now, really, with the appearance of Tom alongside Desailly and Leboeuf, and they're really playing effectively with wing-backs, Melchiot and Harley. It's a change of shape, really, brought about in a way by Camera coming on. Oh, there's a Heskey-Desailly confrontation here, right on the centre spot. Fingers wagging, and referee Barber came up to sort it out, and Heskey appeared to say something to him. This is going back to 2 challenges by Desailly, neither of which has been penalised, because frankly they didn't look like fouls, but Heskey obviously thought they were. Here's Harley. Wise. And they're still talking to each other, Desailly and Heskey. Poyet. And away by Oncho. And Poyet again for Chelsea, right foot. And the Desailly-Heskey thing is still going on. They're still arguing about the last tackle, I suppose. Frank Leboeuf is trying to attract attention to what's happening here. If you look at this carefully, Desailly does get the ball, but he got a bit of Heskey as well, I think. And the argument about that challenge went on, and it was a verbal argument, I hasten to add, for a long, long time, and the referee here has to sort it out. We have memories here, of course, of what happened in the corresponding fixture last season between Messrs Fowler and Lasso. And talking of Robbie Fowler, he's trying to get into the action, or hoping to. Gerard Houllier pulls off Danny Murphy to make way for a 4th attacker. Liverpool, whose attack has been wafer thin so far this afternoon, have got to really go for it now. Well, Di Matteo won that well. This is Poyet. Now Zola. The international cast is moving forward. The block was by Jamie Carragher, but Di Matteo seized it as well. What a shot. Well, he started it all really today, Di Matteo, with that break in the 2nd minute that set up Weah. He scored himself later and might have had a second here. Wasn't far away. Well, you start to wonder now whether we've slightly prejudged some of these Champions League placings. Chelsea, on their own admission, were almost out of it, but victory here could change the picture. This is Chris Sutton. Now Poyet. Oh, a lot of space here for John Harley, and Vestergaard's come all the way and got it. It was a gamble, but it was one that paid off for the goalkeeper. Well, after a midweek bout of criticism, some of it from the manager himself, Chelsea respond with a performance that was as polished as it had to be to defeat a Liverpool side who, for the second year running, produce a pallid performance at Stamford Bridge, not in keeping with their recent form. But 2 goals in the first 13 minutes settled this match effectively. Di Matteo involved in both, and Chelsea doing enough here to suggest that perhaps a Champions League place is not yet impossible. Certainly, they rose to the occasion today, and Liverpool suffer their first defeat in 14 Premiership games and are still looking for the point that would have guaranteed them European qualification next season. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 0.